Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Lazaris, and I am so excited to be here for day 2. We're designing soulmates. We're building some flyers with it. We are going to be working within Adobe Express. So lots of really fun things. We're going to be focusing on flyers, but I've got a couple other little goodies that I want to sprinkle in for y'all. So we're going to beef up and jack up your weightlifting, fitness class, whatever your brand is that you're working on, you'll be able to get shredded, make those graphics that really pop and sing and get people excited about whatever collateral you need to be making. So let's go over to my screen. If you aren't familiar yet, Adobe Express is like kind of the best of so many different products that Adobe has to offer. It makes it super easy for you to build collaterals, brands, Instagram templates, social media stuff, anything you need to get done. You can do it really quickly within Adobe Express. Yesterday, we spent 30 minutes and we built 3 different logos, built a brand toolkit. Today, we're gonna be working in flyers. You can use your own templates. I'll show you really quickly. We can go into, Adobe Express. So we're gonna be moving into the Adobe Express so you can make free flyers within the system. It's free to use, but it also does become better with your own Creative Cloud subscription. If you're on the landing page for the flyers, you can quickly just start to edit within this template. So if you find one, you can quickly just pull it into whatever collateral you have and just start knocking it out. But as a quick little recap from yesterday, here is your homepage. Inside your homepage, you have got your, you've got some quick buttons. You can start to pull Instagram stories and Facebook posts and posters and logos, flyers, collages, anything you need to get done. There's already some quick templates that you can start working off of, which is super great. I see lots of people in chat. Hello, Sean. Hello, Cody. Hello, Carol. General Kenobi again. Jack, what's up, everybody? Pump it up, Sean says. Yeah, working on it. Let's get swole. All right, so in the tray section here, you got popular templates you can start playing with. Again, I keep mentioning the templates because they're such a Energizer bunny for your brand. There's such a good way to start going in there and quickly making your own things. But if you ever want to, you can just start on the top left corner. There's the create new section. You can quick action anything you need, or you can start to work with some of the templates. So yesterday we used the logo template, which just gave us a square that we needed. As a recap, we made this brand called Soulmates. I'll take you actually in the project and then I'll show you the brand piece again. So Soulmates is our brand that we're working with right now. It's completely fictional. It's essentially got this skull and crossbones of barbells with the heart, talking about the love of your partner that you're working out with, I guess. So essentially, we've got this logo we've made, we've got this color palette, but once we've done with this logo, what you're able to do is go into your brand section in your homepage and then manage it. So by going in there, you can upload your logo that you have. You also have alternative logos in this space. You can upload additional. So typically I like to put like an all white version, an all black version, and then some secondary versions with transparent backgrounds so I can quickly throw them in. So it's very simple, very easy to do. And then you can add your color palettes, your fonts, and some additional styling. This is super, super easy, and I'll show you why. When we start to build our own flyer, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to go take, let's see here. I'm gonna go type in workout, and it's gonna give me some quick default workout templates, which is awesome. So I'm gonna take this one, and I'm going to just go over here in this corner, and I'm gonna do the design magic wand button, which is super cool. And I'm gonna click apply brand. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna pull my color palettes or pieces of my color palettes and my logo and start to pull it in there. If I have typefaces that I've already set, I can also just quickly do that. I don't like having this default logo where it has a border on it. Some people might. So we're gonna adjust that. I'm gonna delete that for right now, and then we'll upload our own logo alternatives really quickly. What we can do here, so if you have these images, you can go in and you can replace this image if you want. Let's see, workout. Workout. By typing in workout, you'll have these options where they have the crown. And if you have Adobe Creative Cloud already, you have that subscription, you have access to it automatically. So if I want to, I can just throw this in, maybe some crunches. This photo is zoomed in a lot. I don't maybe want that. Maybe I need some stretching imagery. Whatever images that kind of spark your fancy, you can throw in here. You can start messing with it. it'll load in a little bit pixelated, and then it will start to tighten up the resolution. What you can do here is you can start messing with these filters. So right now, the reason why it has this pink motif on it is because there's already a filter activated. If I turn it off, it should take it back down to the normal image. If I want to, I can also adjust those filters. So right now it's got this pink and this green. What I can do is actually pull my own color palette. So I've got the pinks that I set yesterday, and then I added that blue, and that's my secondary color. So that's currently like applying the duotone to it, but it's hard to read. So I'm going to swap those colors with this button. Still hard to read. Maybe I need a black now instead of the blue, and then I'm going to swap that so it's a little bit more legible. So as you can see, you already have an image that is working in this space and is branded to your color palette. What I'm going to do here is change this color palette in the background, feel a little bit brighter and happier. I want people to get excited about working out here. So I'm going to keep it pretty uplifting and bright. And then I'm going to use secondary colors if I need to. So I've got these objects here. Again, yesterday we talked about the edit shape button. What you can do is quickly click replace. If I want to do, instead of this radial gradient halftone approach, I can do something that's a little bit more of a horizontal version. It gives me lots of options. I can start to play with it. I can pull it down to the bottom if I want to. I can rotate it with this rotate icon here. I can hold shift and it'll help me snap to like 45-degree angle turns. I can change that. I can say, okay, maybe I want, instead of halftone like it was defaulted to, I want pattern. Let's see what pattern gives us. I can throw in some of these really cool shapes here. Maybe I want it to, maybe this is a restaurant you're working on and you want something that feels like a wall piece or a wall ornament. You can work with that there as well. So you have lots of options to play with really, really quickly to make really great looking work. I'm gonna build some zigs and zags. I think that could be really fun. Delete that. And I'm gonna just change this to be like a darker version of the pink. I'm gonna just pull that there, start to pull it around, boom, boom, boom. I can also just adjust things if I need to. Annika says, gotta love halftones. Absolutely, halftones are the best, I love them. All right, so I've got this type here, but I can't read it because it's the same color as the background. So what I'm gonna do is actually start to just adjust the color palettes there. What I can also do is start changing that out. So if I like Futura, I can keep that. Or if I want to keep it more in alignment with the logo that we've built, I can use Franklin Gothic, condensed, and then do dimmy. So I got training, boom, pow. I'm going to change that out as well. Boom. So I've got these options here. I can keep this image here if I want to. I can change this. Right now, this image in the background is playing in this bounding box. I also can move this over. So really gives you the opportunity to start cropping and masking things as you see fit. I think with the way that her body is going with the crunch position, it makes sense to keep these diagonals kind of in this space. So I'm gonna just accentuate that same kind of visual language that is already happening. And then I'm going to rotate this image, this square rectangle over here, and then crop it. Boom, start training today. Let's see here, what else do I have? I have some fun little copy. Get swole, feed the soul copy instead of start training. Let me throw that in here, get swole, feed the soul. Let me just type it in all caps. I also have the option of taking this, instead of just doing it like I just did there, I have options to treat it where I've got arches and circles and semicircles, and then I've also got grids so I can kind of space it all out if I need to. I love the type tool within Express because I think it gives you a lot of really great options very, very quick. Oliver says, I never skip leg day, I just skip the gym. Well, the great thing is, you now no longer have to go to the gym to get your creative heavy lifting out of the way. So you'll be able to get all this great work out the door very quickly, and you'll feel less bad about skipping the gym. So I can keep that copied like that, or I can treat it however I want. So I can throw it in. It's got some fun, these magic type selections here are kind of fun. They can get a little bit busy though, so I typically try to limit it my use of it, but I really do like the capitalize and fit section. I think it's a really great way to do mockups for t-shirts and things as well. I'll show you really quickly later on. If you wanted to do a mockup, it's very, very simple, very, very quick. What we can do is I'll change this actually to lift, laugh, love. And I'm going to throw that into a circle so it feels like a stamp. And that's going to allow me to throw it into the bottom corner, kind of like a stamp of approval. I'm going to play with this bottom triangle here. I'll play with the spacing of it so that that copy is a little bit just kind of self-contained. What I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to grab the shape section again. I'm going to pull a heart like we did yesterday for our logo. I'm going to pull it in directly to the file, and then I'm going to change it to white. And then I'm going to pull it down towards the bottom of the screen in the bottom right. And then I'm going to take both of these and I'm going to click the edit selection tool, click align horizontal and click align vertically. And now I have this beautiful little badged lockup of lift, laugh, love with a heart in it. It's super cute. It's optically, it's geometrically aligned, so it feels correct, but it actually is optically, so what your eye is seeing, not aligned perfectly. So I'm just going to nudge it down a tiny bit, just one pixel, just so it has a little bit more consistency around the padding of the lift, laugh, love type at the bottom. I can also start getting into contact information. This is already default, so let's just assume that we're going to keep that except for change Ginny at swollemates.com. And then I'm going to adjust this to white so it's more legible. Actually, I'm going to make it black. I'm going to change this to Franklin. And there we go. I'm going to adjust the phone number as well to be black. And then Franklin as well. So very quickly, you have these options within the type settings. So you can start to play around with hierarchy. You can make sure that it's legible. Contact Jennifer. Okay, I'm going to change that to Franklin as well. And that's going to be medium, and I'm going to change that to white. So I'm actually going to take this and adjust it down to be a little bit more of like a dark gray, just so it's a little bit more in the background and it's not competing for attention. And boom. All right, so that's really simple. Okay, now I'm going to change today. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to click duplicate. And then I'm going to do, what was the copy originally? Start training today. Start training. So by default, it's already showing me that I've got this line height between the two. What I'm going to do is take the line spacing and start to play with the slider until it feels right for me. So I'm actually going to make this like 0, and then I'm going to adjust this to be, so let's start, let me just capitalize this, start training. Boom. Is that, why is that, there we go. Perfect. Start training today. I'm going to play with this. I'm going to actually just move this all into one text object today. Boom. All right. So I've got, delete that. Come on, Express. Let's go. All right. So I got one. Okay. It looks like it's doing a little funkiness. Let's retype it real quick. Might just restart my window for it real quick. Let's see where it takes me at. Sean says, FYI, layer limit is about 175 layers for Express. That's a lot of layers. It's a great tidbit. Thank you, Sean. Start training today. Boom. Take that. Now we've got really great copy. It starts to read really lovely. It has the contact information here. I think the halftone feels pretty good, so maybe we'll just replace that again. Halftone. make it one word. And then I'm going to throw this in the corner. Nice. So that's feeling really nice. What we've got here is a really simple poster. We've already changed the image. We've changed the dual toning. I will start to show you again on another template. We could do another one. Should always label your file. I'll do that later. All right, new flyer. What we have the option to do with it, workout, is say that we want to just quickly adjust some of this stuff. So again, we're going to click the Design Magic Wand button, click Shuffle, shuffle again. That starts to feel better. I'm not the biggest fan of the watercolors in the background. Even though it works really well, I think that it's a little bit much. So what I'm actually going to do here is change the current color palette, make it feel on brand. Let's see here. Maybe we need to adjust this image again and then adjust the hierarchy. Cool. So that feels very consistent. You have the option with your filters. You can also crop. So if I want to, I can enhance this image. If I need to, I can lower the contrast. I can increase it. Makes it really hard to read her facial expression or features though. So I'm just going to keep that down. I can increase the brightness though, and that will make it feel, because the image is starting to lose in the background, I think it actually works really well where you can kind of feel like it's got all your copy, your content, your image all in one screen, not having the kind of the divider line between the two. And then also enhancements. Let's go back in there and see what else we can do. I can take the highlights up as well. If I need to, I can keep it at 0. I like the brightness where it was though. Let's see, shadows. Do I want to take shadows down? No, I think it's probably fine at like 0. Warmth is going to work better whenever you're not doing a filter on it. And then see here, blur. If you really needed to, you could blur things in the background as well. Obviously, we're trying to show people working off, so blurring it is not going to be beneficial for us. So we're just going to turn off the blur. You also have the option to animate these things later on. I'm going to go in Franklin condensed. Let me grab that real quick. And then Dimmy, and then bada bing. That should load in really quickly for us. So automatically you can see it threw our logo in the bottom corner. That's awesome. This is super simple, right? So we've already made 2 posters within like 15 minutes total. So it's pretty impressive. But I think what's really cool about this is also being able to take this work and start to make it our own. So besides just making a flyer for your own, in store or in your workout location, taking this and starting to post it on social media and everything will be really helpful for you as well. So what we'll do is, let me just change this, soulmates.com/register. Boom. So that will adjust that. I'm going to adjust the bounding box there. Why are you not saving? Register soulmates.com/register. And I'm just going to adjust that. The bounding box. Cool. So now we've got the link there. Let me just take out register because I feel like it's kind of redundant with the URL having it there. Awesome. So now we've got this content. We love it. It's great. So what we're going to do is actually say flyer 2. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go back to my projects panel on my tab here. And I'm going to duplicate this. What I'm going to do by duplicating it is just go to that breadcrumbs icon, click duplicate. Then I'm going to go back into this file, click edit project, and click resize. So right now it's got my A5, which is my default size for it. But what I'm going to want to do is actually take it and say, okay, cool. Now where's my Instagram size? And that's going to be super helpful. So I'm going to go in and I can either customize it or I can click from the defaults here. So I can do an Instagram post that's a 1:1 ratio, or I can do a story or a portrait. I'm going to do a Instagram story. So by doing that, it will automatically shrink this canvas size. Let me show you what it would look like if I did the social post one. So now it's a square. You can see it's by default just automatically starting to adjust and change things and fit the correct dimensions for that particular platform. So it takes a lot of the heavy lifting off your plate, just makes it super fast for you to get stuff completely out the door and get you back to doing what you do best, which most likely in this case, you're a trainer. You need to be training people, not necessarily doing graphic design all the time. So we want to make sure that you're getting out there, getting the best work done, and living your best life. So now by that, we've got our image up top. We've got our content in the middle. We can pull out, sometimes it might be a little bit too much content. So maybe we don't need the logo for this. You're gonna most likely for your Instagram post want to use the swipe up functionality. So you're not gonna really want the hyperlink in there. Having the information around the location is helpful. We can take out some of this if we need to. And then you have plenty of space in the bottom to do swipe up, whatever content you need there. You also have the option to animate this work as well, which is super fun. But what I really want to show you, because I know we only have a couple minutes left, was one of the things that somebody asked yesterday in chat was, can you download an EPS file, right? So when you download here, you can click JPEG, PNG, or PDF. Same thing you would do on your flyer. Download as a PDF so you can print it is going to be a lot better than downloading a PNG or a JPEG because it's going to be a higher quality. If you click download PDF, you will download this. I will show you what that looks like really quickly. And then what I'm going to actually do is just going to drag this and I'm going to pull it straight into Illustrator. So if you are a graphic designer and you were worried about vector files and things like that, you have the ability. It's all right there for you to edit. If I wanted to, I can change the shapes. Everything's live. I can adjust everything in this. So you have the option, even if you're a graphic designer, to go in there, use these pieces and these tools. And now you have a logo that's a vector. You can save it as an EPS if you need to. You can use this or make modifications. So it's a really great starting point for getting all your work out the door. So that's awesome. We got 3 minutes. Let's see if we can do another quick little, let's do an Instagram story. I'm going to see if we can mock up like a sweatshirt because everybody loves swag, right? So what I'm going to do is actually going to click photos. I'm going to type in shirt. Click shirt, and in this shirt template we've got here, boom. Forgive the background size. It's not important at this stage, but what you can do really quickly, take the shirt mock-up. We can do a resize if we really want to. Resize, square, 1 by 1. Okay, what I'm going to do is blow that up. Now you got a shirt mock-up going. And then what I'm going to do is all that good stuff we got, I'm going to add text in that top left tray, double click. I'm going to do, let's do hustle for that muscle. That's a good one. Hustle for that muscle. I'm going to use Franklin, which is our typeface. And click Demi. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the magic capitalize and fit. So I can change it out really quickly if I want to. I can put it on our pink. So you have the quick ability of just being able to mess with, if you want hustle, you want for that muscle on a different line, you can do it on 2 lines, you can do it on 4 lines, whatever you need to do to make a design that feels really good for you. You have the flexibility to do that. I'm going to throw in logos really quickly. I'm going to just put in this pink one that I have. It by default's going in the corner, but really what I want to do is just lock it up in the middle of the shirt. That way people know who the brand is, who's sending you there, who's going to hustle for that muscle, all that kind of good stuff. Gives you lots of options. It's a double colored logo right now. Maybe you want to make that just mono, just one color, just to make it a little bit easier on you as a creative or as your business owner, and print costs go down if you only keep it with one color. So that's always something to keep in mind. But I love that you can quickly just start to play with some of these things. You can always add filters if you need to. But really, this is a quick little mock-up within the shirt thing. So you can get your own fitness brand off running. So really recap, for the last 2 days, we worked on the logos, we worked on the branding toolkit. You now have the option to show yourself that you can do flyers really quickly. You can make t-shirt mock-ups. You can take that into your Instagram templates as well. So you have so much flexibility. We even showed you yesterday those 3 logos that we worked on. So lots of really fun, incredible work that you can do in Adobe Express. Please post it. We can't wait to see what kind of work you're making. thank you so much for hanging out with us for the last 2 days. We hope that you got some massive creative gains under your tool belt, and we're excited to see what you guys come up with. So thank you so much. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.